7 o'clock in the morning. The music's still playing. Some people are still partying, but for most they're in their beds. Weather forecast, it's going to be a scorcher. And as for this lot, well, maybe they're nursing hangovers, maybe they're just early risers. But for them it's breakfast and ablution time. We're trying to have a little sneak preview of Gloriana. She's the Queen's row barge. She's 94 foot long, and when she's in full flight she's propelled along by 18 oarsmen, and with a price tag of £1.5 million she must be the world's most expensive rowing boat. But if the oarsmen get tired, then it's also got 2 little electric inboard engines that are so quiet nobody knows they're going on. The temperature's rising, my stomach's rumbling, and the best place to blag a free breakfast is going to be down with the lads on the old Navy boats. So what's on the menu for breakfast, Tony?
Well, we could have bacon, we can have we got onions as well, Fred. We'll chuck some onions in. And then afterwards we can have croissants. We'll just take our time.
You could charge for that, you know.
I know. Hang on, we're nearly
not now.
Did you want a bit of jam on your toast?
Well, do you know, Tony, that'd be very kind of you. I'd love a piece, yeah. I can see where I'm going wrong. I've got the wrong knife at home.
Yeah. There you go, a lovely bit of toast.
Go with the boat to grab your toast.
Lovely, thanks.
All served.
All served.
Do you want?
You bloody peasant.
Oh dear. I'll cut her all of that bit of toast.
This is the tricky bit.
Don't fall off for me.
Oh. Usually I do when I'm... How far are we going, Pen? Oh my God.
Good morning, Thames Vintage Boat Club. Thames Vintage Boat Club. I wonder if you could all slip your moorings, please, and follow Saran downstream. She's leading you this morning, and we'd like to get you on the water as soon as is feasible.
On the water, but it's a bit hot.
Oh, it is warm, isn't it?
Well, we've got extra bits on that.
There's petticoats and all kinds of things underneath here.
September, 17 members will be honoured with Long Service Awards, totalling 350 years of service to the TA and Army Reserve.
Is this the smallest boat in the show?
Yeah, I would have thought. It's about 4 foot across. She's ash laths, sawn ash laths, and calico painted in bitumen paint. She's an Iron Bridge coracle.
How long did it take to make her?
Oh, it takes me about maybe a day, including painting and what have you. Yeah.
Is there a big market for coracles?
I get a few people come to me, mostly birthday presents and things like that. But it's nice to get people making stuff. People don't make stuff a lot, and it's like nice making things without a tape measure as well. You know, that sense of it's a very organic way of making.
Has she got a name?
No, she doesn't. No.
Is that something you're going to think about?
No. I think,
why not?
I think I've built a few boats, and to be honest, I've never named any of my boats.
Okay, what's she cost?
So materials, 75 quid, a day of my labour, or you can come and make one for 250 quid, and I'll give you lots of tea and cake.
Tea and cakes would be fine. I'd rather learn how to sail this thing.
I've tried sailing it with an umbrella, which is a bit of fun.
Is she a wet boat?
Hopefully not too wet. I think it marries quite well with swimming though. Yeah, so it's handy if you can.
Oh, so you've been over a few times?
Not yet. Yeah, but maybe today might be the day. You never know.
Do you use her, or is she just for shows?
They work quite well for picnics and, you know, lazing around, take the coracles by the river, and
You can fit the wife in as well.
we get my kids in here. Well,
How many?
just the one at a time.
A small child.
Yeah, 7 years old. Yeah, that works.
Beautiful Thornycroft, 52 feet in length. Skippered by Niall. Hi, Niall. Bluebird, could you give us a toot, please? Thank you, lovely.
This is what we've all been waiting for. It's liftoff for the Gloriana. Wow. After all that pomp and pageantry and a little bling, it's put me in the mood. I fancy buying a boat. Is it a boat for a single chap or a married couple?
Either. Yeah, if your wife is interested as much as yourself in going on the water, it could be that it'll take up to 4 people easily. Probably best with 3, maybe better with even 2. You get 2 people in the front. It's called the Millennium. That was built about year 2000 by a Steamboat Association member, and he's got it just absolutely right. She's about 4'3" wide, 16 foot long. It's on its own trailer, launch trailer, 1-man operation. She's got a lovely little single cylinder steam engine, very stable on the water. I've built the canopy for it, which is a very nice accessory. It only takes 5 minutes to put that up. Easy to operate, just sit back and enjoy the wildlife. Do you want to know the price?
Of course I do.
It's a bargain at £6,500.
Does that include the trailer?
Yes.
And the Welsh coal that's on board?
Yes, and I've got another sack if anybody wants it.
And what else does it include?
There's a fold-up anchor in there, some mooring stakes, a big hank of rope, some tatty life jackets, a few fenders which you'll probably need. There might be 1 or 2 other things. Beautiful flag on the back, traditional one. And yeah, ready to go.
So does she run okay on this Welsh coal?
Yes, beautifully.
And is it only Welsh coal that you use?
No, you could use barbecue charcoal, wood, chunks of tree, all sorts. So yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Oh, I see. So you can pick up your fuel wherever you are?
Yeah, you could. Yeah. Food newspapers, burn the straw hat.
Once this boat is sold, which will be fairly soon, we hope, what are you actually going to be doing with your time?
Well, we've already done it, really. We've already committed ourselves to this lifestyle, and my wife absolutely loves the sidecars, and we're in the Vintage Motorcycle Club, and we have a wonderful time. This is a picture of us on a typical Thursday afternoon. And
the display today and the music that is played by the Waterloo Band. Ladies and gentlemen, the Waterloo Band and Bugles of the Rifles.
This little beauty is more my style, and you know what? She could be the star of the show. It's lovely to see people actually dressing up and making the effort to look as good as their boats.
Yes. Well, it's all very competitive, that part of it, you see. So it does help that I think I would, even if I wasn't entering her into a class, I would still get dressed up. It's just that opportunity.
So is the Thames your favourite sort of motoring place?
I'm afraid it is. Yes. Particularly this part of the Thames, anywhere between sort of Marlow, Windsor and Walgrave, really. There's a lot goes on in that area, lots of boats to be seen, and lots of people to chat to. Lots of people that actually really appreciate the boat as well.
She must turn heads, this boat.
She does, yes. And we really enjoy how much people love her, you know. It's really nice actually when people make comments, because it took a lot of work to get her to look this good, and so when they make comments, you know it was all worthwhile.
Because she is an electric boat.
Yes, she's fully electric.
And you have enough power for a 2-day trip?
Yes, we obviously we would get her topped up as much as possible, and then we go for a good yes, 48 hours, maybe a bit longer, but usually by then we don't want to run low, so we go to a marina where we can get hooked up and shower, etc. while we're there. And because of obviously being able to go that bit longer, it's rather nice because then you can spend a night moored up secretly somewhere along the river, you know, which is a nice way to wake up in the morning. Yes. I love his moustache. That's what we've got to try and do for next year. So we've got a different edge to our clothing and stuff.
Just stunning. But who would own one of these? How about these two with their straw hats and their pink pants? They're just perfect.
Did you bring the flowers? I told you about flowers. Every time he forgets the flowers.
What next? Domestic about the flowers. That's a cool.
If we could just have.
Peter, you're the only classic yacht amongst this sea of motorboats. Tell me why that is.
Well, I actually operate a Victorian steam passenger vessel called Alaska, which normally runs trips at the festival. Unfortunately, she's out of service for a couple of weeks with a leaking boiler tube. But because I'm so busy with her during the summer, rather than have Lutra moored on the coast somewhere and very rarely get to use it, I actually moor it on the river just down the end of this reach, so I can get some pretty technical sailing in rather than long straight reaches.
So tell me a little bit about Lutra. What is she?
Well, she's called a gaff yawl technically, although some would argue she's a ketch because the mizzen's actually in front of the rudder. But she was built by David Moss up on the Wyre north of Blackpool in '93. She was then called Elsie. She was commissioned by a vicar called John Catlin for single-handed sailing. She originally started out going to be an open boat, then she was going to have a cuddy, and then eventually they decided to go the whole hog and put a cabin on. She's got 2 berths, 2-burner paraffin stove, toilet, seating area, so for her size she's got quite a lot going for her. She's got a 600-pound lead keel. She's also got a 200-pound steel centre plate, so very stable. Double-ended hull form, long keel, directionally immensely stable. You can sail for hours on end.
For me, it's time to get on the water, but with a pensioner on a punt. A little bird tells me that you hold a particular record in punting.
I did punt from Lechlade, which is the highest navigable point on the Thames, to Teddington, where it becomes tidal, in a couple of minutes under 57 hours. That included meals and short period sleeping, and nobody else has been so stupid as to try and beat that.
And what year was that in, Graham?
87.
And are you going to attempt it again?
Oh no, I'm not.
So Graham, what is it about punts that have kept you fascinated for years?
I love the unpredictability that every time you throw the pole down, you don't know quite what it's going to be, even with a river bottom that you're very familiar with. There may be just 1 or 2 places that are different, and you just have to react quickly to whatever you find.
Right.
Mind the gold.
I take a little bit home every time I pass.
Well, we won't tell anybody. Are they as unstable as they actually feel?
The boat is completely stable. I can put my weight from one side to the other and rock it enormously, and it's nowhere near turning over. But I can fall out of it quite easily if I'm not concentrating, or if I see a wash and I try to use my muscles to ride it, that's unstable. What you have to do is to relax and allow your body's automatic mechanism to keep you stable, and it does.
You're 83 years old.
Yes.
Is this a bit of a dangerous sport for somebody in their 80s?
I don't think so, no. We can all drop dead at any time, and I'm quite happy that my location is going to be punting. I don't want to disrupt a regatta, of course, but I don't think it's dangerous, and exercise is good for you. I had a heart bypass some years ago, but that is new plumbing, and I had lost a little bit of heart muscle, but I don't regard myself as having cardiac problems at all.
As Gloriana drifts peacefully down the River Thames, I've just had a news tip-off and need to rush back to Adelaide now. Georgie!
Yes.
Congratulations!
Oh, you found out.
Come out and tell me all about it.
Well, here it is. This is for the Thames Heritage. This is for the overall look of the boat and the way we've dressed. Okay, and then the Simmons one is actually a runner-up, and that's actually for the electric works, the engines, the batteries, that sort of thing.
Which has got nothing to do with you.
But that gold one is all to do with me.
That's you. Fantastic,
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. Well, we didn't expect to win it again.
Yes,
and
that's
so
2 years running.
Yeah, so we're taking the nice shiny cup home with us again.
Debs, one of you guys want to go? Varnish, double diagonal by the looks of things.
So you've got to remember to wave as you go.
Bye, darling. See you soon. Bye.
It's been a long day for this veteran, but not his longest.
Yes.
Pitch pine on oak. Wander. Bluebird of See? It's the next unhooked little ship coming past us. One of Sir Malcolm Campbell's bluebirds. Bluebird, could you give us a toot, please? Thank you, lovely.